So, the first thing that I would say to do is to acknowledge and accept that this is your current reality. It doesn't mean that you're okay with everything that's happened. What it just means is that you're at a point now where you're willing to move forward without that judgment. As people, we can get really caught in like this vicious loop of guilt and shame and embarrassment. But essentially, you done the best you could with the awareness, with the knowledge, with the resources that you had at the time. When it comes to past mistakes, it can be really easy to constantly look at it as proof of failure. Whereas now, because you are ready to move forward, rather than looking at it as failure, you need to look at it as lessons learned. Now that you know, okay, cool, I don't want to do those things, I don't want to be that person anymore, you can now take the steps to identify who it is that you actually want to be. You can start implementing and embodying this new version of you in order to help you move forward. So rather than focusing on who you were, it's time to start focusing on who you want to be. A person that, has learned from those mistakes and is now willing to move forward. How would they act? How would they deal with the situation at hand? How would they navigate these consequences in their current reality? And you will have to take responsibility for your actions, because ultimately, as you said, the consequences of those actions are now playing out in your day-to-day life. And so taking responsibility and understanding that, this happened because of X, Y, and Z, and understanding the role that you played in that, by removing that guilt and by removing the shame around it, you'll be able to take responsibility in a much healthier way. And that could mean that now you're a lot more solution focused. So you can now start to focus on how you can resolve whatever those consequences are, how you can either resolve them, how you can work through them, what you can do so that they don't, trigger you or bring on negative emotions as much as they do now. These things are all now within your grasp. You have the opportunity to figure out how you're going to deal with it. So write a list, write some things down as to how you can do things in your day-to-day life that will help you with dealing with these consequences. And the thing is, it doesn't have to be like super big things. It could literally be the smallest of things. If you're doing that consistently and you're doing that daily, it will make it a lot easier for you to deal with the situation at hand. So yeah, it's all about acceptance and acknowledgement, compassion, taking responsibility, deciding who it is that you actually want to be, and being a lot more solutions focused. I hope that helps.